He begins to speak, mouth agape, eyes wide, face slack, a neurochemical scream in human form. He gestures as if delivering truth, but his own bones betray him. This is a man hollowed out by centuries of disembodied speech, rendered hyper-verbal by evolution's mistake of letting some Europeans survive long enough to invent graduate school. His hair is not just unkempt. It's stress-grown, cortisol-pumped filament erupting from a scalp that forgot how to regulate itself. The texture suggests hypothyroid-adjacent metabolic dysregulation. Wiry, brittle, volumized not by health, but by a lack of intracellular hydration. Historically, this is the look of the agrarian dropout turned library ghoul, a phenotype that survives not on food, but on ambient heat, processed grains, and Wi-Fi. This isn't wild. It's the post-industrial equivalent of fur matting from malnutrition. His eyes are wide, but not focused. Pupils uncentered. Brow flaccid. This is not curiosity. It's neurochemical deregulation. The eyelid droop and scleral exposure suggest dopaminergic depletion, likely from screen overstimulation, poor sleep, and gut dysbiosis. Historically, these are the eyes of failed apprentice scribes, men whose minds overran their bodies, living off theory while their tissues decayed. This is not presence. It's the ocular signature of a man lost in cognition with no musculoskeletal feedback loop. Let's talk about that wide-open, slack-jawed mouth. It's not an expressive choice. It's a postural failure. His jaw is clearly underdeveloped. Retrognathic or receded. Vertically lengthened. With a weak menton or chin point. The masseter is atrophied. The temporalis underused. This is the result of a childhood diet of soft food with no resistance chewing and likely years of mouth breathing. Historically, this is the face of the post-clerical caste. The phenotype that emerged after white elites abandoned subsistence labor for monastic life and higher thought. It is a face engineered by books, preserved by heating systems, and ruined by a complete lack of contact with the land. His lips are bright red, not with health, but with inflammation. The nose and cheeks are flush, a sign of vascular instability, histamine excess, or chronic endotoxin overload. This is not rosiness. This is low-grade immune chaos, common in white industrialized bodies living far from their evolutionary roots. His pallor below the flush suggests blood pooling in the face, a circulatory imbalance tied to gut-liver axis dysfunction, sedentary living, and postural collapse. This isn't just a face. It's a histological field report from the front lines of settler inflammation. Though we don't hear him, the clues are visible. The open mouth, flared nostrils, and forward-tilted head indicate compensatory thoracic tension. The larynx appears raised, suggesting he is speaking from the neck muscles, not diaphragm. This man is not breathing. He's expelling syllables through a system in crisis. The volume comes from tension, not groundedness. Historically, this is the voice of the European pamphleteer, the petty philosopher shouting in a salon about justice, while his kidneys deteriorate from chronic dehydration. The torso. Rounded, sloped, folded into itself. The shoulders are internally rotated, arms pulled inward, likely from lifelong desk posture, underuse of posterior chain, emotional bracing, and lack of ancestral physical culture. There is no expansion here, no carriage, no rooting in gravity. This is not a torso evolved for life. It's sculpted by trauma and sustained by processed carbohydrates. In another era, this man would be the coughing son of a 19th century printer, surviving on boiled cabbage and Protestant guilt. He speaks as though he carries insight, but his body tells the real story. A jaw never finished developing, a ribcage that cannot hold air, skin that flickers between anemia and inflammation, eyes that have seen too many pixels and not enough sun, hands that gesture because the diaphragm cannot support a sentence. This is not a thinker. This is a physiological exorcism of settler modernity recorded in HD. He is not dangerous. He is not wise. He is a vessel of post-European entropy, trying to finish a sentence before his posture collapses under the weight of history. This is not a roast. It's a pathology report, and his prognosis Involution, not extinction, but an ironic fade. Cope.